Hi, this is a lesson on prompts 2.5, the role comparison demonstration. We're going to run the same task twice, once with a generic role and once with a specific expert role. The output quality difference is extremely dramatic. So before I paste the first run, the role is just you are the project manager. That's it. So for example here, this is our role. You are the project manager. The ask is very generic. It's to list 8 risks. So write an 8-item risk checklist for construction projects. So I'm going to run it. There we go. And it's currently generating 8 risks for a construction project. There we go. 8, so financial, schedule, health and safety, D&E, regulator and permits, environmental, subcontractor, and stakeholder and community. So, and here's what we get. 8 very, very generic risks: budget overrun, schedule delay, for example here, budget overrun, delays, and so on and so forth. Is good for a starting point, but not specific to any project type, location, or stage. We're going to run the same second prompt now, which is a lot more specific. This one. Okay, so we started a new chat, a fresh chat, but this time we've upgraded the role. It's a senior project manager with 15 years of experience on international design and build infrastructure projects, including highways, bridges, and commercial developments in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Africa. So what this is talking about is saying that it's very specific. And now the ask is also specific. It's asking to write a risk identification checklist for a $45 million highway design and build project in the Gulf region at a design development stage of 30%. And this time it's asking for 8 risks specific to this project's type, location, and stage. This should be night and day compared to the first run. So let's run it. So this should be very specific to the type, location, and stage that we provided, in contrast to the previous one, which was very, very generic. There we go. It's got all the context. So we've given it. There we go. So it's generated 8 risks specific to the project type, location, and stage. So these are, let me expand all of them. These are the 8 different risks. And as we can see, just look at the difference. These risks and domain-specific ground condition uncertainty at 30%, for example. At 30% design, there's some uncertainty with data and the data being inadequate. We can see here that it's like night and day compared to the first run, which only had generic, very low context results for the risks for construction management site. So what do we see from this lesson? We see that the role instruction is your single biggest lever in prompt quality. Spend the extra 10 seconds making it specific, and every output you get improves immediately, as I'll take you guys back to the first prompt, which is very, very basic. So it's got no context, so it won't be usable for a specific stage or a specific construction site, for example. But then this one is very specific to the project type, location, and stage. Okay, thank you for watching. Hi, this is the PDF for prompt 2.5, Construction Project Risk Identification Checklist. So this was just the vague identification checklist with just a generic 8 risks has produced a PDF listing the likelihood, the impact, the risk description, the risk category, and the potential impact for the certain risk category. So there's financial, schedule, health and safety, design and engineering, regulatory permits, environmental, subcontractor, and stakeholder and community. It also gives us a key or legend, and it tells us how to use this checklist. Now, if we go to the other one, which is more specific, so this was a lot more specific. As you can see here, it gives us a lot more in-depth and detailed information. So the previous one was only 1 page. This one is 3 pages. So it gives us more in-depth actions and what each risk could be. So it gives us specific risks and the actions we could take to mitigate or solve those risks. Once again, having a PDF makes it easy to share and very useful to have. There we go. Thank you.